Hello and welcome student. Today we will be learning a lesson from class 6 subject English. Before proceeding to our topic, let's do some questionnaires. If we have fever or cold, cough, etc., where we go? Yes, of course. We go to our family doctor. But if our pet animals were not feeling well and they simply cries, so what you will do? Yes, we will take them to animals doctor. So student, today we will be learning one of the famous and father of Indian medicine. So our lesson name is Sushruta, A Peep into the Past, written by Dr. Chitana Matkari. Let's do a brief summary of our author, Dr. Chitana Matkari. Dr. Chitana Matkari was born on 17th November 1938 in Mumbai. After earning a degree in economics from Mumbai University in 1958, he worked at the Bank of India for the next 20 years. Since 1978, he devoted his time exclusively into writing and production and direction of movies and plays. He was married to artist Pratibha Matkari. He died on 17th May 2020 in Mumbai, having tested positive for COVID 19. Veterinary science. Animals received good medicine care in ancient India. Physicians treating human beings were also trained in care of animals. Indian medical treatises like chakras about care of animals. The great and more revered teachers of veterinary science, followed by Palkyas and Atrias, almost all aspects of surgery and medicine, including veterinary ethics, were death in ancient medical veterinary science. Sushruta or Sushruta was an ancient Indian physician known as the main author of the treatise, the Compendium of Sushruta. The Sushruta Samhita is one of the most important surviving ancient treatises on medicine and is considered a foundational text of Ayurveda. He born in 800 BC. He was born in 800 BC, Kingdom of Kashi. Parents Vishwamitra. He wrote book Sushruta Samhita. He worked in field of medicine, plastic surgery, dentistry, obstetrics and gynecology. You can see the image of our famous and father of Indian medicine, that is Sushruta. Let's do our chapter 3.4 Sushruta, A Peep into the past, part 1. Sushruta was an Indian Ayurvedic physician widely regarded as the father of Indian medicine or father of surgery and father of plastic surgery. He wrote one of the world's earliest works on medicine and surgery. Sushruta was known as the main author of the treatise, the Compendium of Sushruta, Sushruta Samhita. New words from this para, such as physician, a person qualified to practice medicine, especially one who specializes in diagnosis and medical treatment as distinct from surgery. Treatise, a written work dealing formally and systematically with a subject. Let's do the explanation part of this para. Sushruta is regarded as the father of Indian medicine or father of surgery. He also known as father of plastic surgery. We can just imagine how great work he has done. It would have been in the field of Ayurveda. He wrote one of the world's earliest book on medicine and surgery. So, he wrote means the book regarding the medicine was written by Sushruta. Three things are missing, Shalhotra said. Confused, Sushruta looked at him. I will give you a week to find them, Shalhotra consoled. Curious to find out what those three things were, Sushruta observed his teacher carefully for the next 1 week. Before operating the horse, Shalhotra observed every part of the horse, and then Sushruta found the first missing thing. New words from this para, such as console, means comfort someone at a time of grief or disappointment. Curious, eager to know or learn something. Observe, notice, or perceive something and register it as being significant. Explanation of this para. After completing his treatise, Sushruta told his disciple Shalhotra that three things were missing in his book. Hearing this, Sushruta was confused. Shalhotra told him that he would give him a week to find out those three missing things. Curiously, to find out, he observed his teacher carefully for a week when he was operating the operation. Before operating the horse, Shalhotra observed it minutely, means carefully, and thus found the first missing thing. A good veterinarian should have an eagle's eye. Then Shalhotra treated the animal as if it were his own, balancing science and compassion equally. And lo, Sushruta found his second rule. A good veterinarian should have a lion's heart. Shalhotra helped the horse recover after the surgery. Sushruta came to know that a good veterinarian should have a mother's touch too. Later in his life, Sushruta wrote a book on surgery. New words, an eagle's eye means one that sees or observes keenly, treated, behave towards or deal within a certain way. Compassion, sympathy, pity, and concern for the sufferings or misfortunes of others. Veterinarian, a person qualified to treat disease or injured animals, a veterinary surgeon. Recover, return to a normal state of health, mind, or strength. Explanation of the paragraph. Thus, the first thing was that a good veterinarian should have an eagle's eye. He treated the animal with science as well as compassion. Thus, he found the second thing missing, that was a good veterinarian should have a lion's heart. Shalhotra looked after the horse and helped him to recover. Thus, the third rule was found, that is, a good veterinarian should have a mother's touch too. Later on, Sushruta himself wrote a book on surgery. So, from this, in this way, Sushruta learned the three missing things which his teacher was wants to him to learn. Part 2. A tradition of veterinary therapy developed very early in India, and this has survived to the present time. Based on the Ayurveda, Indian veterinary medicine is known for its specialized literature, which provides information on ancient methods of preventing and treating disease of animals. Some of these treatments, little known outside India, are still practiced today. New words, therapy, treatment intend to relieve or heal a disorder, survive, continue to live or exist, especially in spite of danger or hardship. Specialize, requiring or involving details and specific knowledge or training. Practice, expert, typically as the result of much experience. Explanation of this para. The tradition of veterinary therapy has developed very early in India, and this is still surviving. Based on this, the Indian Ayurveda is thriving with informations and methods of preventing and treating disease of animals. Some of these methods are known to the world. These are still being practiced in India. The oldest existing veterinary text from India is a treatise entitled Ashwayurveda Siddhanta, Complete Ayurvedic System for Horses, attributed to Shalhotra around 2350 BCE. The founder of veterinary medicine subsequently various treatises on horses and disease of horses were composed. Nakula, one of the five Pandavas, was a horse specialist himself. Among the best known works of animal literature is Aswa Chikitsa, the therapeutics of horses, written by Nakula. New word subsequently after a particular thing has happened afterwards. Explanation part. Aswa Yurveda Siddhanta is a complete Ayurvedic system for horses. Written by means it was attributed to Shalhotra. It is the oldest but still surviving veterinary text. It is attributed to Shalhotra, who is the founder of veterinary medicine. Later on, many such treatises were composed. One of the five Pandavas, Nakula, himself was a horse specialist. Aswa Chikitsa is among his best known work. You can see the image of Nakula and the book's image which were written by him. Later, during the region of Chandragupta Maurya, around 300 BC, veterinaries started accompanying armies to treat horses, elephants, as well as cattle. The great emperor Ashoka erected the first known veterinary hospitals of the world. He arranged cultivation of herbal medicines for men and animals in his empire and adjoining kingdoms. News accompanying provided or occurring at the same time as something else. Herbal medicines means medicine made from plant. Explanation part. Later on, during the region of Chandragupta Maurya, veterinaries started accompanying the armies to treat the animals because in army in olden days they need animals such as horse, elephant, etc. The great emperor Ashoka erected the first known veterinary hospital of the world. You can see in your slide the hospital related to veterinary and the image of the Emperor Ashoka and Chandragupta Maurya. Giving the animals general tonic and stimulants was practiced in order to ensure good mental and physical health. Prevention of the occurrence of disease was also given importance. Cleanliness of animals, maintenance of stalls and stables, qualities of food. Disadvantages of overfeeding were looked after. New words, stimulant, something that makes or causes something else to grow or develop. Ensure, make certain that something will occur or to be the case. Occurrence, an incident or event. Maintenance, the process of preserving a condition or situation or the state of being preserved. Overfeeding, the act of feeding too much. Explanation part. To ensure the good mental and physical health, the animals were given tonic and stimulants. Due to importance was given to the prevention of disease. Beside all this important was also given to the cleanliness, maintenance quality of food of the animals. Means if we are keeping the animals, we should maintain all the things such as food, their houses, etc. Utilization of animal byproduct was also done wisely by our ancestors. Conversion of milk into butter, ghee, curd, khoya, etc. was a common practice and still is. Chickens was utilized for its meat while sheep was utilized for its wool. New words, utilization, the action of making practical and effective use of something. Conversion, the action of making practical and effective use of something. Explanation part. Our ancestors also utilized the animal product very wisely, such as conversion of milk into butter, ghee, and curd. Besides this, very commonly chickens was used for meat and sheep for wool. You can see the product made from milk on your slide. Although India has always had immense knowledge in the field of veterinary science, it is not chosen as a career by many due to a lack of awareness. Being an agriculture based country, today India needs more veterinarians who empathize with animals and give their 100% to the profession. New words: immense, extremely large or great, especially in scale or degree. Awareness: knowledge or perceptions of a situation or fact. Empathize is to understand or relate to someone else's emotional expire. 100%, 100% complete or total. Explanation part. In spite of having immense knowledge in this field since ancient time, but still it is lack of awareness to choose a career in veterinaries. In India, we need more animals doctor who should give their 100% to their profession. On your screen, you can see how the horse is treated by veterinary, means by animal doctor, and you can see the veterinary symbol which is which you can see the mostly on the vehicle of a animal. Let's do the evaluation part of our lesson. Answer the following. Who was Sushruta? Sushruta was a bright student of veterinary medicine. Who was Shalyotra? Shalyotra was Sushrutra's teacher. What question did Shalyotra ask to test Sushruta? Answer. The question Shalyotra asked to test Sushruta was what all would be needed to perform a surgery on a wonderful horse. How did Sushruta find the missing things? Selected the appropriate answer. By reading several books, by consulting his friends, by observing his teacher carefully and thinking about what he did, by meditating. Answer. By observing his teacher carefully and thinking about what he did. Who erected the first known veterinary hospital of the world? Answer. The great Emperor Ashoka erected the first known veterinary hospital of the world. What were the three things that Sushruta discovered? The three things that Sushruta discovered was a good veterinary should be: first, an eagle's eye; second, a lion's heart; third, a mother's touch. Explain the meaning of the following phrase. An eagle's eye. It means a very sharp, watchful eye noticing all details. A lion's heart. Here it means balancing sympathy and science equality. A mother's touch. A concern and loving attitude. List all the words related to surgery from the passage. Answer. In this passage, the related word to the surgery, such as instrument, medicine, dressing of wounds, bandaging of fractures, specialist, etc. Grammar. Use the suffix ly to make other words or new words from the following: subsequent, subsequently, frequent, frequently, wise, wisely, immense, immensely, beautiful, beautifully. Thank you, student.